Sure. All right, good evening. Thanks for joining us for our Arts Connect Tuesday. And tonight's a bit of an experiment. We thought we would hop on the call and just be available if anybody had questions about our coming arts party at GoFest. And the GoFest we did last year. I've got a little presentation to walk us through a few things. We are recording this and we'll put it up and send it out to everybody who couldn't make it on tonight. We do have a good number of people who are signing up for the arts party, and that's just our presence at the tent. And last year we decided that it didn't matter if kind of where we were in a way. It was great that we had all those people coming by and talking to us, but we had so much fun with the people who volunteered that we had our own little party happening anyway. So it was a great way for us to connect with each other and build relationships and get to know each other. And I'm going to share a screen. I say I am. I have to know which one is the right one to share. I think it's this one. And then, all right, you should see a presentation. Is that visible? Or, all right. Well, Shalene Powell could not be on tonight. She's on an airplane right now. So I do want to acknowledge that she and Isabel Hill at the Roanoke Cultural Endowment are a big part of organizing for this. And when we said, hey, are we going to do GoFest again next year? Last year, it was kind of hands down, yes, we have to do it. Last year it was the launch of our It's Here brand, where we say we are creating every day the place we want to be. Very recently, we had the dedication of, or the kind of the celebration for the Art by Bus project. And our Art by Bus artist came by the tent last year, and that was his introduction to the work that we do. And then he applied for that project to be the writer on the bus and was selected, and his chapbook is out now. And it's a little graphic novel form chapbook about riding the bus in Roanoke and the community that's built around the bus and in the bus. And what you see, the public art that you see around as you ride the bus, and even the history of who could ride the bus where and segregation in our community. It's a really powerful book, but we wouldn't have even known Joe if Joe hadn't come by the GoFest tent. And so that right there, there's reason enough to do it again. And I do want to mention that this is not the Arts Commission project. This is not anybody's project except for all of our project together. And it celebrates the arts and cultural ecosystem. And it's very intentional that we're doing it at the outdoor festival. And this is the 15th year of GoFest. It's the outdoor circus. They recognized, Beth Dowdy, under her leadership, the Roanoke Regional Partnership recognized that the outdoors is a key asset, and we weren't doing as much with it as we should be doing with it. And as a result of that, they created GoFest, the marathon, the inventory of hiking trails, all the things to celebrate that asset. So we see the arts and culture going hand in hand with it as we create this metro mountain mix. And we think it's a great place to celebrate the arts, right there in the middle of that festival. And I think visually it's important, and it's kind of cool when you see everybody there together. You walk into the tent and you start talking to somebody, and maybe it's an individual artist who shares what they're doing through their arts. Maybe it is a musician who performs with the symphony, and it's an actor who's with Mill Mountain Theater, somebody from the Taubman Museum of Art. I talked to a neighborhood leader from Southeast Roanoke today, and she said, oh, maybe I'll come and talk about the arts in Southeast. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So that ecosystem that I mentioned, and we've talked about this before, or shared it before. It is the artists and creators, the arts organizations, all of the community partners that we collaborate with in creating these projects and deploying artists in new ways and finding additional resources and strategies that engage the arts organizations. And so there's a visual, just of the arts organizations. And, a long time ago, I think when we always said, well, if we invest in the arts organizations, it's going to support the artist. But there are ways too that we need to be directly engaging the artist and supporting the artist, and having artists there around the table with us at GoFest kind of demonstrates that or shows it. And so individual artists that work in the community. It also businesses. For-profit businesses can partner with us too at GoFest. We had last year a jeweler who had an example of her work and her cards out there. We can give cards out. We can have posters. The artists can come and spend time. And because we do see the businesses as key critical parts of the ecosystem. And I mentioned the neighborhood. Somebody from Southeast said they might come. Brian Coonahan, with the Daisy Art Parade, we did send it out. I think Brian has passed this on to all of the parade participants. And we'll talk this year about a special way that the paraders can be a part of the celebration. I mentioned the Roanoke Regional Partnership. GoFest falls under the Roanoke Regional Partnership, and they've done terrific work and shown great leadership over the last couple of decades around arts and culture. And we see ourselves working hand in hand. And the partnership is literally a partnership. It's business interest in the community. It's the jurisdictions in the community working together in a collaborative space. And it's around economic and industrial development. And when you think about that field, it's very competitive. But within our region, we don't want to be competing jurisdiction by jurisdiction. We want to be competing our region against other regions to attract talent, to attract industry, to attract business investment. So GoFest, I mentioned, it's the 15th year. When they first started it, they were going to call it the Outdoor Festival. And I think a funder or a sponsor said, well, we can't really sponsor, or they're going to call it an outdoor circus. And the sponsor said, we can't sponsor it's just in their policy, they can't sponsor a circus. So they didn't call it the Outdoor Circus, but this year they're going to use that Outdoor Circus theme as their 15th anniversary theme, since that's where the thinking started with this. And there's a picture from last year. And we've got more pictures from last year. So we had the tent set up. We had the entryway with posters of things that are happening in the community throughout the fall. We had our tent, which we'll have again this year, and the pull-up banner. And we had 2 tents, front and back. And we're going to do that again this year. Last year we had a canvas for painting. Oh, somebody's here. I'm let them in the room. Oh, it's Brian. We're going to have the tent front and back. Last year, the back was kind of closed off, and we had the canvas for painting. If we hang a canvas this year, it may be hanging on the side, and we'll have a little pass-through area. Behind us, there's going to be a hangout area. I think some chairs that the GoFest folks put out for people just to relax and sit and gather. Last year, it was the kids area. The kids area is going to be in a separate area this time. And we think that might work well. So we'll have the space in front of our tent where people are walking by. We'll have the space in the tent, and then we'll have the space behind the tent. And that's the little grassy area. So there's some possibility there of doing some fun things. And of course, we've got our propaganda. And the propaganda is your propaganda. And we welcome anybody over the next next week and a half. Please just drop it off down here at my office at 117 Church Avenue Southwest. Anything you want to promote. And that can be, looking at Mike on the call, that could be flyers for a school musical that's happening. Anything related to the arts. It's very broad and inclusive. And we'll find space on the table for it, we'll find space in the rack cards, or we'll put it on the poster. And people really did use that poster wall last year. They gathered it and watched or looked at what was coming up in the community. And we saw them taking pictures of it, because not everybody really wants a flyer to carry the flyer around, but if the poster's up, they can grab a snap of it. And then there's Karina, where the bird, we'll have some more Daisy art puppets and critters down there this year. Probably we'll see these same ones. That bird is looking crazier and crazier as he gets a little wear. We need to do a little doctoring on him. I mentioned the materials. That's one way you can get involved. Even if you're not able to be down there, you can bring your materials down and we'll share them. What we like to do is talk to somebody, find out what they're interested in, and then kind of guide them to information on the table. You can sign up for a 2-hour slot to chat with people as they come by. We meet so many neat people. I was amazed last year at how many folks were new to the community and were down there. And you ask where they moved from, and it's surprising. You know, there's some like, oh, moving from Austin, Texas to Roanoke, Virginia, because they researched it. That's kind of cool. And it's fun. And then also we've got 2-hour spots for engagement. So if you want to set up at a table there, we'll have a little table for you. You can tell us what you need for it as well. But we have, for every 2-hour period, there's an opportunity for somebody to come and kind of lead the engagement. And we've already got some organizations who are signing up for that. And I think that'll be fun. In some cases, there'll be room for more than one engagement activity as well. And we'll get all that figured out as the sign up comes in. Then at 7 o'clock, we're asking folks who are interested to come on down and start gathering at our tent. At 7:30, the band Soul Driven Train will lead their way out. I think they start at 6:30. At 7 o'clock, we'll kind of start gathering. Then at 7:30, the band is going to lead their way out of the amphitheater. They're going to walk down Magnolia Alley, which is right past us. We're going to join in with them. They're going to parade down to Franklin, turn left on Franklin, go up Franklin, turn on South Jefferson, come back down the art walk. And they're gonna lead a parade of everybody who's around there at the festival then, with their music. And we're gonna have our critters in hand and activate it and have a lot of fun, I think. So that's brand new this year. They've never done that before. And with that, I think I can stop this share. And I will pull up the spreadsheet. And here's what we've got on the spreadsheet. There's a link that went out to everybody, and we'll send that out again. It has the time slot. We're going to start setting up from 3 to 5 on Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon's a little bit slower, but the main chunk of it is from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. We'll probably start taking down things around 7 o'clock or so. With the support and help and partnership of Blue Ridge Literacy, they have their offices right there on the art walk. So we don't have to pack everything into cars and such. We can just move it up to the art walk. Some things we can leave out on site, but there are some things that we'll want to make sure we lock away for the night. Then the next morning we'll come, we'll get there early at 9 a.m. to set up the booth. 10 a.m. things start. We'll have our first interactive activity. We've got people who are starting to sign up there. The afternoon gets a lot more signups happening. There's room there for an interactive activity to be happening. The interactive activity could be something like Lynn Hunt, who came last year, and she did portraits of people. I know that Joe Lee is planning on coming down and doing some juggling. He's a former circus clown, and he's also going to be talking to people about his Art by Bus book. And Wheels on the Bus. And we're giving those away. Then, so we go until, on Saturday night, and we go until, the slots go from 4 to 6 and then 6 to 8. There at 7 o'clock, we're telling people to gather at the booth. 7:30, the parade will start, and we'll have the critters down there staged and ready to put in people's hands. Or you are invited to bring your Daisy Art Parade art. Now, we said the theme is the outdoor circus. We may find ways to make our parade art look more outdoorsy. Like we had the conductor, and I'm not sure, maybe we'll find a way to put ski poles in the conductor's hands or something that feels outdoorsy, or who knows how we'll doctor him up, but we're gonna try and find a way. There might be a way that one of those bees get reconfigured. I haven't really put my noggin around that yet, but I'm sure we'll look around the house and figure something out. A paddle, maybe there's a kayak paddle that can go. Oh, that's it. I think it's a kayak paddle because there's the motion. Okay, Mike, that's what we'll have to.
Look at this
We'll
guy.
get the puppet.
You're thinking like a puppeteer. Look at you go.
Yeah.
Look at you go. All right, sign him up.
That's what we'll do. Although he has a bow tie on. I don't think we'll work hard enough to take the bow tie off. We'll still let him be an overdressed kayaker.
Perfect.
And maybe there's some goggles or something we can put on them. And then Sunday morning, we've got a setup slot, and then hanging out from 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5. And then at 4 o'clock or so, folks can gather and we'll start taking things down. And last year, we kind of went by who was around us and what time they started taking things down. So there's a little bit of flexibility there. And with that, that's the overall big picture of it. This link, it's just a spreadsheet. You can go in and type your name on it anytime you want to be there. If you want to lead an activity, feel free to call me or email me if you have any thoughts or you want to talk about it. And that's the kind of the end of the presentation. And now we'll do a little chat and do a little brainstorming around it. And maybe you all have some thoughts. Or you think the Art Mouse is going to make an appearance?
Yes, I'll definitely be there. And I kind of want to redo my mask because when I first made it, I was really happy because I got it done in a hurry and I beat the deadline to get in there. But then since I've seen some of the other work, I want to make some improvements to it. So it's a nice reminder to work on that, but I may bring it anyway. And I want to take some photos of Florencia and the Feeling because I saw them at Floyd Fest. And I messaged them on Instagram. I was like, hey, I put the newsletter together, or here's a picture of you guys. I just wanted to give you a shout out. I'll probably come take some pictures. Please come to the Arts Connect tent and say hi to everyone. And they seem happy about that. And they're really, really good. They're like, I don't know how to describe them like in short form, but they're really, really good. So I'm going to be checking that out. And I'm going to bring some flyers because the Eyes playing the Halloween movie, the horror suspense movie, whatever I did. And I'm excited about that. So I'm sure I'll bring some flyers if that's cool.
Try the Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis and what was his name? Michael somebody.
Michael Myers. Yeah.
Michael Myers.
Our thing is called Terror in Woods Creek, and we made it up in the area of Natural Bridge Station and Buena Vista. And we've got a feature-length movie that the Eyes playing on October 25th. So
oh, that's great. So they're doing a whole series of Halloween things then?
oh no, maybe. I think they've got some other Halloween stuff.
Yeah. Well, terrific. Make sure that goes into the newsletter.
Okay.
And then on the parade, we are already talking about you because Shalene said maybe one of the puppets can wear a bike helmet. And I said, oh, well, the Art Rat already is a bike helmet. Because didn't you use a helmet underneath it?
Yep, it's a skateboard helmet with a bunch of newspaper. and aluminum foil.
That's great. Yeah. And Brian, we know you can't use your microphone, but if you want to put anything in the chat, that's fine. And we'll read it out. We'll read it out loud.
I'll be pretty
And
much,
then-
I'm working for, I'm supposed to represent Busk Roanoke most of the weekend, so I'll be wandering around with a either a guitar or a puppet on my body.
Oh, great.
I'll be on a regular, I'll be at the booths.
Great. And we'll have water there. So if you need water, just stop by and,
Oh,
and grab it.
that probably will. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
call.
I bet you'll need a sit down break now and then. I hope the weather's looking good for that. Yeah. Well, anything else? Here's a good, this is, you guys are a good sample. Was there anything about this that's confusing, you think, or is there anything I need to make clear? Oh, and Brian's trying to have a giant walking skeleton puppet for Saturday.
Wow,
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
that's super cool. I saw Brian out at the Old Southwest event on Saturday, making star lanterns with folks at the Day Avenue Pocket Park.
Oh,
And
for the Porch Fest.
yeah.
Oh,
the
nice.
Porch Fest. Yeah. Let's see. And Ben asked where the sign up sheet will be posted. And I'll send it out again in the news, it's in the newsletter. I think it's in the newsletter. Yeah. It's in the newsletter. And then I put it in the chat now, Ben. And we'll send it out to everybody I've got emails for. Yeah. Great. All right. Anything else we need to chat about before we call it a night?
That's it for me, but I'm looking forward to Go Fest. So
Brian,
Yeah, it was-
are you out at Art Rat this weekend? I might come by and look at see if there's anything I can do, or for anything just to take pictures and sing. its praises.
Brian said he'll be there Saturday 9 to 2. If anyone's interested, if anyone needs anything, he'll be there 9 to 2 on Saturday.
okay, cool.
I might try and pedal over there if it's a good day. Yeah. Oh, you're on mute, Mike.
I'm very curious about the lantern thing. It's like, all right, what the hell's he up to? Because that
He's-
glowing thing, we've talked about that. So
Well, he's got a lot coming up between the Old Southwest on the 25th of October. They have a lantern parade that evening. And then the next weekend, there is the Celebration of Light, I think they're calling it, at Morningside Park on the 1st of November. So yeah, he's working, and I want to say Brian, is Jane doing a workshop as well with Southwest or Old Southwest on the lights coming up?
Yes, I am.
I think there are a couple of workshops too, building up to the
Yeah,
lanterns.
James did a workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the lanterns that Brian was pulling together look terrific in the shape of a star with the rice paper or the translucent paper, and then he's got really cool little lights that, look like they work well. So I'm kind of excited about it. And then, what time is it getting dark now? You know? Is it,
It's
keep
supposed to be, it feels like it's full dark, like it was dark when we started.
yeah, and we started at 7, so it'll be, of course, there's city light down there at Go Fest, but there might be, oh yeah, there might be some opportunity to try some of that, the light stuff, yeah. All right, well, thanks everybody for hopping on, and we'll look forward to Go Fest, and I'll post this and send this out to folks. Some people have been asking me some questions about it, but I do feel good looking and seeing that a number of people have been signing up so far, so the organizations are diving into it. And we've got about a week and a half. Yeah. There's a lot to do in a week and a half. Most importantly, everybody, if you've got any kind of propaganda you want us to share, come bring it down to my office. You can also bring it by at Go Fest, but it might be easier to get it out of the way and have it here, and we'll cart it down there for you and have it all organized. All right. Well, thanks everybody.
Thank you so much for this, Doug.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hope you have a good night.
All right.
You too. See ya.
See ya.